Today we're going to find out why this Batman needs to shut up. And no, that's not a horrible joke because it literally says Batman Hush on the front of the box. But yes, today we're going to look at the Batman action figure from the Hush comic line by GONG. I love the gray and blue color scheme for Batman's suit, so when I saw this one in store recently, I had to pick this figure up. But it was around $100, so my priciest figure in this scale so far, and we need to see if it's actually worth it. As you all know, all good unboxings start with a box, and I love this shade of blue. The front of the box has an awesome image of Batman outlined in black behind a big bat symbol in a lighter blue. Of course, there's text saying that this is Batman Hush. On the right side, there's an awesome shadowy image of Batman. Then the back has a little window to kind of get a little sneak peek of Batman in there with the alternative head sculpts. And of course, a lot more info. The left side has warnings telling me not to choke on this figure, and I wasn't really thinking about it before, but now I am. Then the top and bottom both have text just stating Hush Batman action figure. Opening the box, we can now slide out the plastic housing for the figure. There's also a sheet showing everything this figure comes with as well, so I can't get the name of anything wrong, hopefully. Let's separate the top and bottom trays, and now we can finally pop the top off to get to that figure. But real quick, if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and hit the bell to be notified when new content goes live. Now, let's get into it. Getting the figure out, heck yes, this is looking beautiful. I love all the fabric in this suit. The cape is pretty great. It feels like a pretty nice leather-like material, although it might be pleather, unfortunately. And surprisingly, they actually wired every spine in the capes. And yeah, we don't even get that with some Hot Toys figures. The joints are all covered by the fabric suit, and man, they added so much sculpt work underneath to make this Batman look crazy muscular. Look at those abs, those biceps, dang. He's making me look bad. Because as you guys know, I have the Wolverine physique. The belt is a bit annoying as it's super loose, but I guess it allowed the posing to be less restrictive, but we'll see because right now, yeah, that's not really great. The black bat symbol looks good, but sadly, mine is already peeling off, so just be extra careful when handling this piece because you don't want to snag it and fully pull it off, but hopefully yours won't even be coming off at all. The forearm guards look great, and I love the black shading on there to show the muscle and wrinkling details. His bat undies, or yes, I know, his trunks, they look pretty good as well. The cowl or head sculpt, whatever you want to call it, out of the box looks pretty great as well, but we'll look at it compared with the others. So the first accessories to look at are those swap out head sculpts or cowls. We get an additional angry Batman in the cowl and an unmasked head sculpt. These both look super good, and the shading on the blue once again is so nice looking. And the head sculpt is absolutely beautiful with the detail in the hair, the paintwork on the face, especially the blue eyes. Comparing the two cowls, man, it's tough to pick a favorite, but both of these should work for any pose you want to do, whether he's just, chilling or farming or fighting someone. Also in here, we get the long grappling line, which seems to be made of metal. Let's dump out the other tray now, and we have to look at this bandage. This is sculpted and detailed very nicely with some black shading mixed in there, but honestly, I don't think I'll ever use this. But you can, of course, put a head sculpt in here, and yeah, I don't really like how it looks. It doesn't really make sense to me. We also get a mask that drapes across his back when you use the unmasked head sculpt, and yeah, I really like this, but it's going to be hard to want to use the head sculpt over the cowls, but at least they gave us the pieces necessary to make it look great. We also get a smaller grappling hook piece to show that the grappling gun is not yet shot out, and we get 3 batarangs. These are done in a nice chrome color. Now for the hands, and on the figure right out of the box, we get a pair of closed fists. Then we get a pair of relaxed style hands, and these are nicely detailed. These gloves seem tight as we can really see the outline of his hands and the veins and wrinkling and just everything in there. We get a pair of open finger curled in style hands, a pair of batarang holding hands, and a grappling hook holding hand where the grappling hook is sculpted into the hand, which I appreciate as I don't have to fiddle with it or anything to make it work. We can stick the short grappling line in there and then of course the longer line. Now let's look at the articulation. The head can move quite a bit side to side, but the up and down movement is very restrictive, which could be expected since it's a Batman cowl, but at the same time, it would have been nice to have some extra movement. The arms have a lot of movement and are only really restricted by the suit. But the suit is fabric, so I don't really have any worries about it creasing or being damaged by posing. But then again, the bat symbol on mine was already coming off, so that's a bit annoying. The arms have a little bit of swivel as well. The abs crunch forward and back with some rotation and tilt. The legs move a lot, so yeah, posing him will be super fun. But his feet don't have a ton of movement, but it should hopefully be enough, because now it is time to pose. For the first pose, I just put him in a simple combat pose with his fists raised. The posability of the cape is really going to add to this figure. Usually I suck at posing capes, so I don't really expect that to change here, but I love that they put a wire in every spine. For the next pose, I wanted to try posing the cape some more by putting him in a jumping down pose. This looks pretty great if I do say so myself. And now we'll just do a couple more poses in the background. So, Hush Batman, or Shut Up Batman, whichever you prefer. This figure is very cool, and this is an awesome Batman suit. As a figure, it's very posable, and we usually don't see fabric suits that hide the joints in this scale. Of course, though, this one is a bit pricier, so I expected to get a bit more of like a premium suit and stuff like that. And this is my first venture into this price range for figures of this scale. I believe this might be around 12 scale, but also 10 scale. But honestly, I couldn't really find a definitive answer. But when I put them next to my Marvel Legends, it looks to be about like Marvel Legends scale. But stopping myself from getting even more sidetracked, going back to the suit now, that tailoring is great. It's tight to the body, so we can really see all the muscle definition. And that cape, man, they put wires in the entire thing, so we can just pose the heck out of it. For me, the cape is definitely the standout here. Of course, I know the suit and all the accessories are amazing, but I just love when they pay attention to those little details, and just adding a wire to every spine in the cape, yeah, for me, that deserves some recognition. I love all the accessories, although there's not a ton, but yeah, there are some downsides. The main one for me is the fact that there is no base at all with this figure. I always use the bases or platforms that the figures come with so they don't fall over in my display, but this one, it comes with nothing. There's not even holes in the boots to use my usual insertable platforms, which, yeah, that's a pretty big downside because I use them with my Marvel Legends and Black Series figures. And even those more obscure PlayStation figures, the Joel and Ellie ones I got, those ones had holes in the feet as well, so those ones were also compatible. So this one, I don't know, maybe it's something with this price point, the more premium ones that don't get it, so you need to get like the kind of waist clamp style ones I've also seen on Amazon, which maybe I need to get for him. But if you guys have more experience with the more pricier 1/12 or around this scale type figures, then definitely let me know if they usually don't come with spaces or no holes in the feet either. I'm really curious about that. And then of course on mine, the bat logo on his chest was already peeling, which is just absolutely horrendous because I hate getting a new figure and having issues immediately. It bugs the heck out of me. And also the place I bought it had like a final sell notice like everywhere, so I don't even know how that works, if I need to get a replacement or something, or if I want to look into it, which maybe I'll look into it after the video, just see if there's anything that can be done. But at the same time, I don't know, it just sucks when stuff like this happens. So yeah, another thing, the figure is pretty pricey, so that's also kind of a downside because it lacks some essentials like a base or some holes in the boots, and yeah, there's issues out of the box. But one thing I called out in the very beginning, which I will say luckily didn't end up being much of an issue, is that belt. It kind of just sits there once you get a pose locked in. But other than all those issues, this figure is pretty great, but we can't ignore those issues. The colors for the suit, like I said, I love, and everything's super highly detailed there. This makes me even more excited though to get in the pricier figures in this scale, like the In-Art Arkham Origins Batman I have on order, although Hot Toys, they just announced theirs, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna have a smaller scale and larger scale Arkham Origins Batman. But one thing I'll call out was that Arkham Origins Batman from In-Art, it does come with a base and this one doesn't, so it already has the leg up there. But let's talk about the Shut Up Batman figure down in the comments. And that's not really an invitation for you to just comment Shut Up Batman a bunch of times, but I mean, maybe it'll be funny, I don't know. But if you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a like and hit subscribe for much more content like this. Check out another figure review on the channel, maybe the review for the new Marvel Legends Daredevil. And as always, thank you to the channel members. I look forward to talking to you all again very soon, but until next time, stay 6 scale.